We will not be on the air Friday. The holiday special will be, but we will not be on the air Friday, so we're not gonna have any time to preview these games. So I want to talk about the amazing Christmas schedule a week from now. When you're sitting there with your family, yelling about sports, probably it's gonna sound like First Take. If your family is anything like mine, you'll be yelling at the in the house about sports, watching the NFL and the NBA. And we've got an amazing slate of games. I'm just gonna go around the table. I'm gonna name the game. We give our predictions and any thoughts that we think about this game. We're gonna start with the NBA games first. We've got, of course, the Knicks. Always get the first game, the matinee game at the legendary Madison Square Garden. And you will have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard going to the Garden to face off against Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. I think, usually, New York is also the best city on planet Earth, which I love New York, by the way. So I kind of don't have a problem with that statement. But this is going to be a fun game to me. This is a team that, two teams in this Eastern Conference race. And I also think it's going to be a good game because the Bucks haven't 100% figured it out yet. But I can see the Knicks winning this one. But I'm gonna go with the Bucks in this one. But I think this is gonna set this big slate of games off on the right foot. I think this one's gonna be very entertaining. Bang, what you think about this matchup?
I don't care.
It's Christmas. Football. You don't care about not even on NBA. I think you said NBA matters on Christmas.
It does, with football going on at that time. So
right.
I just hope. But with that one, I just hope it's a good game. I don't really got no pick for that one because, I think especially some of these teams are not playing as what we thought they should go. That's why that's where. So come back to me. I might have something.
Okay.
Shaun, right now, I don't care because football going on.
Shaun, what you think about this matchup?
It's Christmas Day. It's the Garden. So the stars are going to step up. Giannis is used to hurting the people at the Garden, doing all types of crazy stuff. So I expect Giannis to have a big game. And Dame, this would be his first big-time game on Christmas.
Yeah.
This is Dame's first big-time game on Christmas. I think he's going to come through with a big game.
Niggas wasn't going to Portland on Christmas.
Right.
At all. So I think, the Bucks, they'll come away with this.
Them niggas ain't been to Portland since 2001.
And they ain't going to be there anytime. They're going to be 2031 for next time we see a TNT logo in Portland. Dante, man, do you have any thoughts on this matchup? You on mute, dog.
No, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
We're going to start having show fines.
You're gonna flash the fire like James Brown.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna go with the Bucks in this one, bro. I think Dame has a big game in his first game on Christmas. I think I know everybody has their Garden game, and I think Dame has already had one, but I think this will be his first one in prime time. So he's going for at least a 40-piece.
Okay, I got a question.
Garden game.
That's the first game, right? That's the first game of the day. All right, so here we go. This is what makes me care because it's also the Knicks, and I don't give a damn about the Knicks. So, will Dame score more points than the Raiders and the Chiefs?
Whoo! I like that question.
There we go.
That's a good question. Raiders and Chiefs.
I just said 40. So.
That's a good. I wish Mike used this so you could tell us what the spread is looking like earlier. You know what? I'm gonna say no, and the reason I would say no because Giannis been real disrespectful lately. Giannis been real. This nigga brought his kids out on the bench when they were beating Detroit by like 40. He had to chase niggas down for that ball when he dropped 60 some on the Pacers. So I don't feel Dame's gonna have as many possessions to score more than them. I love that question. I love that question. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go to Shaun first. What do you think? Who scores more, Chiefs, Raiders, or Dame?
I think that'll be close, right? That'll be close. It'll come down to the end because I think right now, the ceiling for the Chiefs is right around 21 to 24 points.
24. They tap out at like 21. I feel like sometimes.
Right, 21, 24, and their defense is good enough to hold the Raiders. I know the Raiders just had an explosion on Monday Night.
Yeah, but they also scored nothing. They scored nothing against
the Vikings.
Minnesota.
Yeah. So the Chiefs have a very good defense. So I can see the Chiefs holding them to single digits. So that puts it around 31 points.
Yeah. That's a
That's gonna
great
be
question.
close. That's a good call. That's a good
That's
prop
a
bet,
great
man.
question, man. Yeah.
That's a good prop bet.
Dante, what you think?
Damn. I just told you he's
I,
scoring 40. Damn.
that's I
Yeah,
really like that question. I wish Mike used to answer that. This next game, man, I think is a sleep fest. I understood what Adam Silver and the schedule makers were doing when they made this because they thought that the Warriors would be better than they were. When Draymond is in counseling, Klay Thompson has been kidnapped. We don't know where he's at, and it's just gonna be Steph Curry going 1-on-5. I think the defending NBA champions make light work of the Golden State Warriors in this one. I will be drinking mimosas and doing some other things if there's not already NFL game on at this time. Do any of y'all have any thoughts of this, or do you want me to move on?
Next.
Now, this next one, I just have a take about this. I have a take about we actually talk about this on I'm not gonna hold you holiday special rivalries in sports. The NBA is doing their best to make us care about Lakers and Celtics again. And I'm gonna be real with you. I just don't. I just don't care because these teams don't hate each other. Like we know that LeBron, a big Tatum. I think Tatum said that outside of Kobe, obviously Kobe was his favorite player. He reminds us that every postseason that LeBron was second for him. So there's love there, and there's no hate between these two teams. We don't even have a Marcus Smart there anymore to really start stuff up between these two teams, and even the fan bases. Unless you're an old school Laker fan or old school Celtic fan, like a lot of these fan bases I see on Twitter were probably like 8 when Kobe beat the Celtics in 2010. So I get what they're saying. I think this is going to be a competitive game. That I think the Celtics gonna win by double digits, but this can be fake competitive for a little bit. But that's how I feel about that. But I get what they're doing by the booking. I just don't personally care too much about this. Shaun, what you think about Lakers and Celtics?
I agree with you, man. Everything you just said. They're trying to hold on to the rivalry of the past, but the NBA is different now. I don't even know if there's a true rivalry right now in the NBA that's built
Yeah,
on hate. I don't even know if that exists. But, I expect the game to be competitive. Last year it gave us what? The controversy at the end of regulation where LeBron getting
yeah. When
fouled and a
LeBron was
no
crying,
call, right? And
yeah.
then the Celtics had a big lead when they went out to LA and LA came back, and that was a great game. So I expect another great game, but I expect the Celtics to come away with the victory.
Dante, are you with me on the rivalry thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things you got to respect it because those respective franchises are a part of what helps save the NBA. So I think they'll always have their place, kind of like how the Cowboys and Lions always play on Thanksgiving. It's like the Celtics and the Lakers, they are who they are. And yeah, when you look at the landscape of basketball as a whole across this country, half of these kids play together their entire lives. So it's not those same rivalries. I remember I covered a couple of AAU tournaments. And, when you sit, if you ever wanted to talk to the parents and get some of the bullshit about AAU basketball, sit in the crowd with a notepad. And like, they're going to think you're somebody. And so, like, we sitting there talking, and the lady was like, well, yeah, we live in Memphis, but the coach called us. He did what he had to do, and he got him down there to come play in that tournament. So, you see that type of shit. So it's not the same type of competitive nature as we saw back in the day, and that feeds into the lack of rivalry. So I agree. It's not many. Like, the last real, fight was when Buddy from the Pistons chased LeBron around, or when Joker hit one of the Morris twins in the back. But other than that, you don't get those same fights where it's like, all right, next time they play, something's gonna pop off. That's just not this NBA no more.
Bang, what do you think about the NBA's primetime matchup here?
Shit. I thought it was gonna be Lakers versus Celtics to win this goddamn NBA Cup. So yeah, they gonna always force that legacy thing on us. But when you look at the games, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna score more points? Jason Tatum or the Ravens and 49ers?
You make some good ones today. You make some. I'm gonna go Ravens 49ers. I'm gonna go Ravens 49ers. I'm gonna go Ravens because you also got to count how many times Jaylen Brown's gonna dribble that basketball. So I know that, man. This next game, I don't think it's gonna be a bad game. Like it's a competitive game. This is definitely a box score checking game. We'll see if this joint is close. in the fourth quarter. And that's because I just don't like the style of play between these teams. And now the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat. Miami Heat will be hosting this game since they went to the NBA Finals last year. Quiet is kept. The Sixers been hooping even without James Harden. Tyrese Maxey has really, stepped up. Nick Nurse is doing a good job out there. Shaun, what do you think about this matchup?
This matchup could definitely be a preview of either the semifinal in the Eastern Conference or Eastern Conference Finals, depending upon how everything lands in the regular season. Miami still scares me, bro. It's almost like everybody else is playing regular season and Miami is just
Heat culture is
preparing
a
for the
real
playoffs. Yeah, they're just waiting for the playoffs. Like, okay, we'll just coast. We'll sit Bam, make sure he's rested. Oh, Tyler, you need some rest. You're injured again. And remember, last year they played without Tyler Hero in the playoffs. So in this matchup, I think it's going to be hotly contested, right? I want to see if Bam is healthy. Because if Bam is not healthy, then the Sixers are going to dominate. Because Embiid is going to dominate. But if Bam is healthy, I think we get a really good game. And I'll go with the Heat. I'll go with the Heat in the matchup.
Bang, what you think about this one? Jimmy and Joel have a friendship. I think Joel's still hot that they let Jimmy go. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, he's still hot that he let him go. But also I think that Embiid has been, I guess you could say, we haven't heard a lot from him. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the NBA. So Christmas is a time for giving, and he's gonna give them 40. I got the Sixers.
Dante, what you got on this?
40, 10, and 10.
I can see
10
that.
blocks.
I can see that.
This will be a good game. I'm gonna go with Miami. I've laid down on my Jimmy Butler hate. The guy's really good. So I'm gonna go with Miami.
Jimmy Butler is my oldest son, as I like to say. I've been through the thick and thin of battles with Bulls Twitter over this man for a long time, and I think I've come out vindicated. So I'm gonna go with the Miami Heat in this game. Final NBA game. This one was supposed to be Kyrie, Luka versus the big three in Phoenix. This is gonna be an old school shootout. I don't think any defense is gonna be played in this. It's gonna be KD and Book going up against Luka. I don't like anything about this Phoenix Suns team. I don't like how it's constructed with or without Bradley Beal, and I really like how the Mavericks are playing. Kyrie is gonna be out for a couple weeks. With that ankle injury, but I don't think that's really gonna matter because Luka can sometimes, at least for one game, be a one-man team, especially in a big situation like a Christmas game. So I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks in this one. I'm gonna circle right back to Dante. What you think about Luka and KD and Book in this game?
Oh man, I'm going Mavericks, bro. I'm so done with the Suns, bro. It's kind of crazy. Like I have no interest in watching that team. I don't expect much from them. Like, I don't think they're gonna really a real threat to anybody. I think on Christmas they probably gonna get smoked.
Shaun, what you think about these two teams here in this matchup? Final NBA game of Christmas schedule.
I'm right there with Dante, man. Is there anybody in the NBA right now more disrespectful than Luka on a daily? Like Luka just scores on you, gives you a crazy look, tells you anything, talks to you crazy. He is pure entertainment. If you like just hooping, because that's what he does. He just hoops, man. And I'm really loving what they're doing in Dallas, despite the injuries. They've been playing well. And like Dante said, man, the Phoenix Suns have been one of the biggest disappointments in the NBA season. They really have. And bang, is Bradley Beal up in St. Louis with your boy Lawrence Maroney? Is that what he is?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He said, I have no comment.
I heard. Hey, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is just a different feel around him.
Or he got paid.
Other than just getting paid, because he could get paid and still,
I think he actually likes Dallas.
He even said the other day that he wish he would have got drafted by Dallas. If he would have known what he knew now, he would have just got drafted by Dallas. I think it's the Mavericks, but in part of that, I think it's Kyrie Irving's night and not Luka's night.
Kyrie is on crutches, so he's probably not gonna play.
Oh, you heard his leg? Oh shit!
Yeah, it was an accidental
But he fell on
injury.
her.
But his own teammate
Yeah, I
fell on
forgot
him.
about that. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. That's my bad. I totally forgot about that. Well, Luka is gonna go for 35, 10, and 10.
Something light. We're in 5 minutes. We're gonna be switching over to Patreon to talk about the Bears. Probably only be about, I don't know how many minutes you got, Ben. How many minutes y'all got this week? Because I know Bang got kids. That's an important question to ask in overtime. So I don't give these niggas.
I mean, let's go.
I got about 30 in me.
Okay. All right, cool.
I got what y'all got.
Okay, so we're gonna do that in a minute. But Raiders, Chiefs. If me and Bang have to, go a little further than 30 minutes, and then we can do that because I got a lot more stuff to say about the Bears. But Raiders, Chiefs. The question that Bang just asked about who's gonna score more. I'm gonna go Chiefs with this one. Now we have 2 division games, and I'm gonna go Chiefs with this one. But I think this is gonna go down to the wire, dog. Like this is something to me where I think it's gonna go down to the wire. I just do not trust that Chiefs offense, and even them beating New England, I wasn't impressed. They only scored 27 points because they got an interception. Now, granted, they can do that against McConnell and them, but I feel like this is something where Antonio Pierce is gonna have them prepare, and I think they'll be ready to go out there and try to win. The game they had in Vegas was pretty close. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in this one. I'm gonna go to Bang first since he asked the question of who's gonna score more points. What do you think about this matchup?
Oh man, I don't think it's gonna be as close as that. I think we're getting close to the heel turn of Patrick Mahomes. I think we almost there. And I think I will say that the fire will be lit before we see it on TV. And I don't think that they want us to see, hood Patrick Mahomes come out. The Patrick Mahomes that drinks Coors Light. They don't want that one to come out.
Lil Von.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll say that I believe, the Chiefs win, let's say 28-7.
You think it's gonna be a blowout? Okay. Shaun, what you think about this division matchup?
I think they win and they clinch the division championship again, if I'm not mistaken, this weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think that's big motivation for them. They come out with one of their better performances of the season. Let's say 30-13.
Dante, you with them? This is gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a close game. Right? Like I told you a couple weeks ago, the whole fanfare around the Raiders is worn off. I know they won a couple weeks ago, but no, they're gonna get smoked.
I don't have any fanfare to Raiders. I just don't remember last time these niggas scored 30 points in the Chiefs. So that's like my hesitation with it. And it's to me, it's more about the Chiefs more than the Raiders. I just got to see the niggas score points. This next one, another division matchup, will be in Philadelphia. It will be the New York Giants. Tommy DeVito, aka Jackie Aprile Jr., and the Giants. They finally lost yesterday. He, did not play well against that Saints defense. Going against the Eagles, I think this game gonna go one or two ways. I think the Eagles win both ways, by the way. Just get that out there. I think the Eagles win both ways. But I can see this be one where the Eagles just flat out just wash them, and it's not even close. They hop on from the gate, or they keep them around. You let Tommy DeVito do a little bit, the Linsanity thing, the Italian Linsanity thing he's been doing, and maybe it's closer, and the Eagles end up winning by a field goal. We're gonna see shots of his agent, who is all in the videos, and I think he's looking like an industry plant. That's besides the point. Dante, where you going with this matchup?
Eagles, without a doubt. I know. Jalen Hurts has been hobbled, but we see him up here right now doing this thing. They'll do more than enough. But it's been a good story, Buddy in his terrible suits. But no, it's over. The Eagles are gonna take care of business.
Bang, Shaun, do y'all agree with this gentleman, or do y'all have a different take?
Hey man, no. EGLAES, Eagles.
I agree.
I agree, dude. The Kendrick Perkins. I agree. Final game of the evening. This is The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is what everybody has been waiting for. The 2 number 1 seeds in the NFL. You've got the San Francisco 49ers on one side of the ring. You got Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens on the other side. Both teams coming off dubs. This game will be in San Francisco. I think this is going to be a highly competitive game. I think that the Ravens are going to bring it. But like I said, I'm on the Niners, bro. And I think they got this game circled. Remember, Shaun and Ben, you both said they get a kick out of putting their neck on. You think they hear, oh, okay, we dealt with one mobile quarterback before. We finna get another one. I think that they're going to win. I think they're going to win by double digits. No, I don't think this is going to be a blowout, but I think it's going to be something where maybe it's like a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. Purdy scores a touchdown, Lamar throws a pick, maybe even a pick six, and they end up winning. I'm going to say something like final score 38-24. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm not the Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers. Dante, are you with me, or you think the Ravens can go out there and do an upset?
Going out west, I don't know how that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The Niners at home, like we said, I know we joke around. Well, not joke around. It's a fact. It's not San Francisco. But, coming across the country, Monday Night Football, I like the Niners, bro. They've been making a point all season, like really put their foot on people's necks when the time comes. So I like them to take care of business on Monday Night Football.
Shaun, what you got in this?
Yo, I really would have given the Ravens a shot, but that Keaton injury last night, losing him for the season, is huge. And you could tell the way, Lamar reacted to it. Like, and he knew, like, that's one of my big play guys, right? Him and Zay Flowers. And losing him is huge. So it's going to be a lot on Lamar's shoulder going up against that front seven out there in San Francisco. And I don't think they're going to be able to make any hay. The Baltimore Ravens defense has been pretty good. They have some really good players, but like you said, for some reason, once it gets to the fourth quarter, their defense is giving games away, right? So I think early on, this is going to be about the start. If they can muck it up and make the start of the game like a real sloppy physical game and stay in it and make it a Justin Tucker game late with a field goal, they'll have an opportunity. But if it's just a net, this is actually the stage where, you decide who's the best offensive player of the year in the NFL. Is it going to be Christian McCaffrey or is it going to be Purdy? Like, on that, that's on the same team. And then you got Lamar as well. So, big time game, but I'll roll definitely double digits. I think the 49ers pull away.
Two-part question, Bang. Who you got and how many bottles in will you be in by the time this game actually comes on?
I will probably be done with a half a pint of Reposado about that time. And I have the Ravens versus the Niners.
Yeah, I thought you were going with the Ravens. I thought you were going Ravens. Okay.
42-19 Ravens. Niners, excuse me. 42-19 Niners.
Yeah.
Niners,
it can get ugly.
Niners gonna make a statement. I don't think it's not it can get ugly. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be decent first half. Second half, Debo and CMC show.
That paper on this player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not